Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Christopher with Plan Your Truth, and 'tis the season. We're kicking off Vlogmas today. It is December 1st, so we're gonna talk a little bit about what that's gonna look like this year. But in today's video, we are gonna flip through my 2024 December daily album. I just finished it. We're also gonna talk about and look at my 2025 album, because I have started it, and we'll talk a little bit about what we're thinking to change up for this year. So if you're participating in the project, I want to hear down below. But even if you're not, it's Vlogmas season. We are in the most magical time of year, and I'm so excited to be living in Orlando to do all of those things as well. So we're going to talk about what Vlogmas is going to look like this year. We'll do that at the end of the video, though. So for right now, here comes December Daily. All right, let's get started. So if you are new to this project, it's basically a memory keeping project created by Ali Edwards, and it's called December Daily. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You could do it one story a day, December 1st through the 25th. You could just kind of have it be a documenting place for all of your Christmassy things. And that's what I do. My stories usually start at the very beginning of November, and I do 25 different stories that kind of tell the story of Christmas that year. I'm gonna link for you right here, you'll see it up top somewhere, and in the description box, my December Daily 2023 flip through. I treated that album quite differently than this one. So if you want some other inspiration that's more crafty, then that is the album and flip through to go check out. This year, I really just wanted it done. I thought done was better than perfect. So this is very simple this year. I still think it's cute. I'm still proud of the work that I've done. But as we flip through, you'll notice it's a lot of like a similar pattern, just repeated with a different story. So we'll talk more about that at the end. But this year, I did a smaller album. You'll see last year and for this current year, we have a bigger album. But we did her smaller size. Here is our intro page, which I really liked. A lot of these things you're gonna see are from Ali Edwards, but I combine with some Happy Planner elements and some other things that I have like from Michaels or even Tim Holtz. I did a table of contents this year. I don't love it. It's kind of meh, and I didn't have enough boxes for 25 stories, so I had to do 2 down here. But I like the idea of a table of contents so you kind of know what you're getting into as you open the album. This is something I did a long time ago, like probably over a year ago, and it is my letter to myself. So for Christopher to open throughout the season when it all feels too much. I actually read this to myself a couple days ago and it made me cry a little bit. It's like, it's just personal. And then on the back I have some washi tape for the season. But it's not too personal. It just is telling me to take it all in. This was my last Christmas season in Lancaster, Pennsylvania with my family before I moved to Orlando. And so I really wanted that to be like a focal point. I wanted to enjoy the season. So we have this cute little pocket from Ali Edwards and some other embellishments. You'll also notice I decided to use the same kind of numbers on every story. So you'll see a little gold number that represents what number story that is. In years past, I did it completely differently. Every day was a different number. I didn't use a ton of page protectors. We just went a simpler route this year just to make it quick and easy. We have a couple stories of Wicked at the front here because that was a huge part of my 2024 holiday season. Wicked Part 1, you better believe Wicked Part 2. We're going to see the day I'm filming this tomorrow, so I'm so excited. I have one flip up here so that I could do a little bit of journaling and include more photos. This is a great idea if you have too many photos for a spread to do flip ups, because all of these really could be flip ups if I wanted more stories. We have a little bit of sticker coming in here, but we'll see more of it here. Story number 3 is the second time that I went to Wicked with my whole family, and we have some more stickers. These are from Lights Planner Action, all the Wicked stickers, which I love. Story number 4 is the third time I saw Wicked, this time with my friend Sarah. So we have lots of Wicked stories to kind of kickstart the album, which is funny because it's not really Christmassy, but it was a big part of my holiday season, So anyway. Story number 5 is from Chicago Planner Conference last year. We have some pictures of like coffee and just kind of the seasonal vibes that we had while there. All of this is Ali Edwards mixed in with my photos. Story number 6 is really the only one I think that did something different than a page protector. I wanted to add in this little circle, and on the back of it, I have story number 6. So this is prep day for Allie Edwards. This project always has a prep day, and I do it with my friends on Zoom, and so I included a photo of that and just a little bit of journaling about prep day and how I kind of kickstarted this album. Story number 7, I did some smaller photos, and it's about December daily. You know, a lot of this season, November and December, is filled with doing this project. So I wanted to include that in here and just a little bit of journaling. The number 7 is there. Here is story number 8. It's about Vlogmas. Last year was really the first year I actually did Vlogmas, and so that's why I want to continue it this year. There will be weekly vlogs, but that'll be over on Plan Your Adventures. Here on Plan Your Truth, it'll be tons and tons of planner and goal and planner setup content, but we'll talk about that later. Story number 9, I'm like, did I skip a number? No, 8, 9 was about my sister being Elsa in Frozen at the dinner theater that I worked at. She was phenomenal. So I talked a little bit about that because I was working there and got to see her a ton throughout that season. Story number 10 is theater. The holidays are always a huge, huge part of my Christmas. So I did just lots of photos. You'll see a pattern. I have quite a bit that's like this, you know, 2 of the 4x3. Yeah, I think these are 3x4 and this is 4x6. So a similar pattern that I kind of redo from year to year. I know this paper is Tim Holtz. I really love that pack. Story number 11, I did another little pocket, and it's pretty simple. On the back, I just did a little bit of like Christmassy washi tape kind of to give a little oomph. And then this was the story of I needed to buy a new laptop, unfortunately, this Christmas, which is not what I wanted to do because I was saving to move to Orlando, but we had to buy a new laptop. Story 12. This is special. Again, Tim Holtz paper in the back here. And I try my best usually to have the story on the left and the right coordinate a little bit because you see them together. So I like how the colors match. But this is some different elements from Allie Edwards and some Tim Holtz. This is the story of every Christmas we do a project called Wish. My family has a nonprofit. If you're not familiar, it's called Michael's Message, Michael with a Y, and we provide homeless men and women and children in either the Lancaster, Pennsylvania area or New York City. Those are the main areas that we work with. We provide items and or food and or donations, etc. So we did a Christmas project this year. Story number 13, Believe in the Magic of Christmas. We did Stroudsburg Railroad, like a holiday festive train ride, which was pretty cool. You see, this is so simple. I just took a 6x8 piece of paper and put some photos, put a colorful box. It's very simple. I don't think it looks bad. We just went a different route with this year in comparison to the 2023 album. Story number 14, Believe in Santa. I wish I would have put, these are like Scrabble letters, and I wish I would have put them on top of the page protector because it's kind of making this bulky. So I taped at the top here because otherwise it kept popping out. But this is my story about how I will always believe in Santa Claus, no matter how old I am. Santa is real, and it's the magic of Christmas, and it's always a special moment when I get to chat with him in the holiday season. Story 15 is gingerbread houses. I don't know about you, but we have started doing it as a family every year, and it stresses me out. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, but if my house isn't beautiful and aesthetically pleasing, I get like stressed out. So I just told that story here a little bit. Story number 16 is Lynchmas. We did a whole day of family games and activities together. Our last name is Lynch, so it was a fun time and something a little different this holiday season. Here is an example. I didn't want to do story number 17 on the back of here, so I just kind of made it decorative, did a little bit of journaling, and then did the main story over here on this side. So you don't have to do back to back. Some people have most of their stories are a full spread. You know, like this is story 1, this is story 2. There's no right or wrong. But this is about planner prep season, you know, for Plan Your Truth and for being in this planner community. Goal setting is something I'm really passionate about. I do a ton more videos and content about it over in my Patreon. So if you are somebody that really likes to talk about goal setting and vision boarding and figuring out your planners and what you want to work on and strive for in 2026, then check out my Patreon. We do a ton of stuff in December for goal setting. I'm really passionate about it. So we do, I have one story kind of telling that story. Wow, I feel like that didn't make sense, but you get it. Story number 18, we went to the National Christmas Center and I think it was in Elizabethtown. It was really cool. You can't really tell from these stories, but you're like transported back in time. There's retro Christmassy things. It was really cool. And then I had another picture of we went to a vineyard after, so I just included it in that same story. Story number 19 is Christmas Eve Mass. Again, very simple. 2 photos, a little journaling card, like that's it. We didn't do too much. And I do like this look of just the gold little letters continuing us through. I like that kind of through line. So it's not too drastic from story to story. Story number 20. This is just kind of, I put 2 stories together. This is breakfast, this is dinner for Christmas Eve, but that felt like it worked together. And you'll notice too, I didn't do a ton of journaling this year. We're gonna talk about that as we get to the end, but that's something I would like to rectify for next year. Story number 21 is, I don't think there's any journaling. Did I continue it on the back? No, literally 0 journaling. It's our stair photo. Every year we do a stair photo with our matching pajamas. And so it's always dwindled. I have like 2 older sisters that are no longer in that stair photo, but I really like how I did this. This is just 2 pieces of ribbon and a little bow that I got. I think this was from Hobby Lobby. So I want to remember that and do that again this year, maybe for my spread about wrapping paper or something, but I really like how that looked. Story number 22 is about Santa gifts. I will always get Santa gifts, even if I, end up being Santa's helper, as I have the last couple of years. It's such a magical, like walking down from the steps in the morning and seeing all the Santa gifts, it's just magic. Even if I, have seen it before that morning, if you catch my drift, it just is an electrifying energy and I always love it. Story 23, we go to my sister's house for Santa pancakes on Christmas morning after we open presents. So we just told that quick little story there. 24, this was actually after Christmas. We went to, it's called Lancaster Cupcake, and they did a holiday cupcake decorating class. And that was really fun. So I did that with my sisters there. Story number 25, again, we have 0 journaling. It is just simply our photo of all of us in our matching pajamas, the whole fam squad. This is a paper from Allie Edwards, and I did no other embellishments on there. The back is nothing. I was like, I should make like a closeout, but honestly, I'll never flip to it. I'll just always know that this is the back of the album. So that is my 2024 album. I wanted to share this with you because it's okay if it's not like, there's no right or wrong with this project. It doesn't have to be overly crafty. Like, look, there's still so much room. There's people that do 2 albums per year because it won't fit on the rings. So I just made it very simple this year. I think it's still pretty. It still is memory keeping, but I did it simple because most of this album was done in the last 2 weeks. Yes, you heard that right. Last December, I ended up working on, 2023's albums so I'm always like a year behind with these. So I did a lot of these stories and I wanted to finish this album before December. So I was just like, you know what? Let's just get it done. Let's have fun with it, but let's just get it done. So that is why I went with this more simpler approach. However, if you saw my 2023 flip through, you'll know I didn't do that then. I have shaker pockets, I have more pull-out things, more like fun, crafty elements. And so as we get into 2025, I want to get back to that. I came back into the bigger size, and I want to get back to that, doing more creative things. I don't have much in here already. I will show you what I have already though. We have just this overlay with a photo to kickstart the album. And then I do also have my table of contents made, as well as a letter to myself for story number 1 with a little envelope that comes out. So you can see we're already like, I want this to be crafty. We have a little pull-out element. We're bringing in different kinds of numbers and things. That's all that I have started. So what I want to do differently this year, and I think this is important after any crafty project, or, you know, after you use a planner or whatever, it's important to reflect. Like, what went well? What did I like about last year's album? What maybe do I want to tweak? And I think the big thing for me as we get into 2025 is I want to do more journaling. But the reason I couldn't do too much this year is because I didn't really remember small details, right? Like when I came to do this story, for example, I don't remember if there was like an inside joke that we had, or something funny that one of my nieces or nephews said, or a favorite drink that I tried. I don't remember. It was a year ago. So I want to be more in the moment with these stories. I would love to create a lot of these stories for this year during the month of December. Or at the very least, be better about doing the journaling in the month of December and kind of keep note of the stories that I want to tell and any funny little things that I can talk about in them. I also would like to do a little bit more crafty stuff. I'd like to maybe do a shaker pocket or a pull-out tab, or have fun with layering and more dimension. So I do want to tweak a couple things as we get into this. I'd like to do something on the album. It's pretty simple this year. There's nothing really Christmassy about it. So I don't know what I want to do. If I want to figure out how to get like a word on here and do like ho 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 or Merry Christmas, or if I want to do like a sticker or a patch or something. If you have any ideas, let me know. I don't have a ton of video space in December to do like process videos. I will definitely try my best to get something, because I know I have a couple people excited to see December daily videos. So let me know if that's something that you're looking forward to, and I will see how many I can squeeze in the month of December. But maybe that'll be some content for January as I hopefully finish up the album too. But yeah, let me know if you're doing this project down below, if this is something that excites you, any thoughts, recommendations, or advice that you have for me as I embark on this year's album. And I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed that flip through and thought about how I want to change some things for this year. Let's talk about Vlogmas really quickly. There's no right or wrong way to do Vlogmas. There's creators all over YouTube that do it. Some people do daily vlogs, some people do daily videos. For me, because I have 2 channels, I have this one and Plan Your Adventures, all that it looks like is 1 video per day on one of the channels. Usually we alternate. Usually it's like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday here, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday over on Plan Your Adventures. There's some changes to that, but for the most part, that's what we're doing. It's lots of Orlando theme park holiday content. It's lots of content on here about prepping for the new year. Goals, planner lineups, planner setups. There's so much coming. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to plan your truth so that you can live your truth. Thanks so much.